Hello out there, home care heroes. This is Lucas Carroll here with the Business of Senior Care, talking to you about this middle lane here called private duty nursing, and jumping into to describe private duty nursing in a little bit more detail and understand maybe if it's a good fit for your agency. So we work with both non-medical home care agencies and skilled home health agencies, and for non-medical home care agencies, there's often a request or a seen demand or unmet need for nursing services. And it depends a lot on the licensure in the state and also what the agency is comfortable with doing. But there is an opportunity for expanding the scope of the service line for a home care agency, but not needing to go to the full home health Medicare certified home health agency. So typically in a state, there's a non-medical home care licensing, and then there's skilled home health licensing. And there are two different lanes of which an agency needs to decide on what they want to do. But there is a middle lane called private duty nursing that helps to increase the scope, increase the services, increase the ability to help provide care to seniors for a home care agency. And this visual just gives you some information about these three different areas. So we'll start on the left-hand side for home care. For a traditional non-medical home care agency, they can provide three buckets of services: companionship, homemaker services, and personal care. And as the bullet points say on there, light housekeeping, meal preparation, laundry, and then engaging in conversation, maybe going on walks, some transportation, and then hands-on personal care. That's bathing, grooming, dressing, hair care, eye care, medication reminders, things like that. And depending on the licensure regulations in the state, there may be some ability to do medication setup, maybe even assistance with medication self-administration for a client, things like that. Just depends on the regulations. But there's usually a line in which the home care agency cannot cross for either the license or for the choice of the agency. But if there's an opportunity to expand the service line, what the typical issues that agencies run into is medication setup, medication management, maybe even medication administration, and then getting into things like injections for insulin injections, and some maybe IVs, maybe even wound care. And that's where private duty nursing comes in. So private duty nursing is specific for an RN. So an RN who's then able to delegate, they can perform tasks, and then also they can delegate tasks to a CNA or to a home health aide. And what that private duty nursing allows an agency to do, here are some of the common services, is to do that med setup. So if for a senior, if the family is out of town and the prescription drugs come in the mail, or they need to be picked up at the pharmacy or whatever, and then they need to be set up for the week, or they need to be accounted for, and making sure that we're have the right order for the right medications on the right days. That is an issue that's a lot of home care agencies run into and can be dealt with by private duty nursing, meaning that the nurse can come in and do the med management, the med setup, the even med administration to get that taken care of so that the family's feeling good. There's also some procedures that are listed there. So you have G-tube management, trach care, wound care, IVs, injections. Insulin injections is one of the more common ones that run into where you don't need a full medical skilled home health agency, but you do need a nurse to help to make sure that those injections get done, or some wound care dressings or something like that. And then at the bottom, some possible specialized care, 24/7 nursing, complex conditions, maybe some post-acute care for the agency. So I'll come back to this middle lane here for private duty nursing, but a full home health agency is able to do all of the items listed for skilled nursing, but then additionally they have physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, they have medical social services, they have full hands-on care, there's a medical director who oversees the care. So there's a full spectrum of services that a skilled home health agency is able to do. Also, they're able to get accredited. They're also able to get certified by Medicare and bill major insurance companies and perform those services to get reimbursed. So that's the lane for a traditional home health license. But if a home care agency doesn't want to go that far, to get accredited, you have to take care of 10 patients for free. You have to go through an accreditation survey. You have to get enrolled with Medicare, which is a complex process. So home care agencies maybe don't want to do that. So for private duty nursing, this allows you, depending on the state licensure, allows your agency to expand their service line and then to perform the services without having to go full home health. And the way it's called private duty nursing, the traditional payer source is for the family to pay privately. So paying privately for a nurse to come out to do med setup, med administration, maybe some injections, things like that, in between or in conjunction with the shifts that caregivers are doing. And that model can be a very good value add for an agency to be able to serve clients and an additional revenue stream. Flipping over here to a little bit more about the private duty nursing. This market brief just provides some information for the market snapshot. So in North America, for home health agencies, expected to do the 52 million from a couple of years ago, and then private duty nursing being 18 million in the marketplace. You can see the large global market for healthcare, and it has some of the same services listed here. And some of the opportunities, which is what I want to go down to, is that this market for private duty nursing is expected to double in 10 years, and a lot of reasons for that. But on the home health side, home health gets reimbursed by Medicare and other payer sources for improvement in function. So they're tracking the baseline for when they started care from a home health agency, and then they need to have some sort of markers of improvement with the goal to get weaned off, to get removed from home health services. So private duty nursing kind of fits in this need where there's an ongoing medication management and ongoing insulin injections. It's ongoing services that could maybe possibly be addressed by home health for a period of time, but are not able to be fulfilled by a home health agency ongoing. And so this private duty nursing is able to fit in this middle lane category for ongoing services that need to be done for a senior that maybe wouldn't be qualified for a home health. So that's something really interesting to worry about. Some action steps. So if you're deciding to do private duty nursing or thinking about it, the first step would be, how does the licensure, what does it look like in your state? What are you allowed to do under the home care license? What are you allowed to do under the home health license? How easy is it to navigate and obtain either one or both of those licenses? Having the policies and procedures in place to be able to implement the program properly, and then exploring the different payer source options. That predominantly, when you get into private duty nursing, of course, it's private pay, but there may be additional payer sources that can help to supplement that, like VA. VA you can move into the home health area to provide those services as well. So this provides an overview of the private duty nursing and sort of the lane that it sits in for home care agencies, and the potential for an additional revenue stream, an additional value add for the clients that you already have, a new set of clients that you have the potential to care for, and just a more well-rounded and more payer diversified type of agency. If you're looking to explore private duty nursing and you have questions or looking to fully implement a program, please contact us at the Business of Senior Care to help. We can help to implement a full private duty nursing program along with the policies and the training to implement it properly at your agency to be able to start adding value and increasing your revenue stream.